Welcome everybody to the first pay-per-view in this universe mode, and it is the Raw brand exclusive Backlash, and we are sold out in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we bring Backlash to you. And to kick off Backlash, we have got 6-man Battle Royale action for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, this is the second chance Battle Royale. All 6 men had the opportunity to qualify for the World Heavyweight title match later on tonight in the main event, but they were defeated, and the Raw Commission, the Raw Authority, decided, since these are 6 of the top wrestlers here on Raw, that they will be given a second chance to leave Backlash with gold. And that's how this Intercontinental Championship 6-man Battle Royale was formed. Of course, R-Truth lost to Adam Cole, but R-Truth looking to leave Backlash with the Intercontinental Championship around his waist. And that is what's up. Of course, R-Truth, former 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former multi-time WWE 24/7 champion. He's held United States titles before. I believe he might have. I don't think he's won the Intercontinental Championship, but I may be wrong. I may be misremembering. But here comes someone who believes he is the #1 guy. He believes he is the top 1%. And he was looking to leave with the World Heavyweight title here tonight, but he can still leave with the Intercontinental Championship, as you see. EC3.
And his opponents, first,
Ethan Carter, the third. And EC3 is a former multi-time Impact Wrestling, TNA, whatever you want to call it, World Heavyweight Champion. And Ethan Carter, the third, looking to leave here tonight with WWE Intercontinental Championship wrapped around his waist, because he is the top 1%, and he wants to cause a little bit of trouble here on Raw. As EC3 looks ready, he looks focused. As he believes he is the top 1%. And to leave here with the Intercontinental Championship, of course, 5 tough challengers in front of EC3. This is an over-the-top rope elimination battle royale, so there will be no flukes here. You have to earn it. Well, there still could be flukes if you hide out in the corner outside the ring, but yeah. I don't know what point I was making here. But speaking of guys who are the top 1%, one of my all-time, if not my favorite wrestler of all time, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Of course, Jeff Hardy lost his qualifier match by a countdown, which put him into this battle royal, and he did pick up a pinfall victory over Cesaro earlier this week on Raw. So you gotta believe Jeff Hardy, building momentum coming into this matchup, is the charismatic enigma. Of course, Jeff Hardy has held Intercontinental Championship gold before, as well as numerous other titles. Former WWE Champion, former World Heavyweight Champion, former TNA Champion. He's held tag team titles with his brother Matt. He's held everything there is to hold. And Jeff Hardy is looking to add more gold, looking to regain gold, I should say, and become the Intercontinental Champion here on Raw. Of course, the titles here are vacant, since it is a new era. as the charismatic Nick now in the ring is ready. And here comes Mike Kanellis. Of course, no Maria by his side. The Raw Authority have banned all managers, no one's allowed at ringside for the title matches tonight. That goes for the while we crown new champions. Of course, she was at ringside when her husband Mike was defeated by Tommaso Ciampa. But yeah, since it is the crowning of the first Intercontinental Champion and the first World Champion here tonight, managers have been banned from ringside. So Kanellis going alone tonight, but as you can see, still has the picture of his wife and his kids on his jacket. So he'll have them by his side. He knows they're backstage, they're watching on, they're cheering on Mike Kanellis. And Mike Kanellis, of course, former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, former WWE 24/7, former X Division Champion in TNA. So he has championship experience, but so does this man, Sami Zayn. And if Sami Zayn wins the Intercontinental Championship tonight, trust me, he will not be stripped of it for putting his health first, unlike that other company that is kind of this company. But you know what I mean. We won't be stripping Sami of the Intercontinental Championship if he wins tonight. Sami, of course, holding gold in NXT as well, former NXT champion. Some people say his style resembles a certain luchador by the name of El Generico. Of course, El Generico has held Ring of Honor gold, he's held PWG gold, but that is El Generico. That is not Sami Zayn. They are two completely different people. But I can see the comparisons in their style. I don't think they look like many people say, but they do certainly share similarities in the ring. Do Sami Zayn and El Generico, but El Generico, of course, not on Raw. He's down in Mexico looking after the kids in the orphanage. And the final entrant in this match, speaking about men who've travelled the world, have held gold all over the world, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Styles, of course, defeated by Drew McIntyre on Monday, was not happy with it. But speaking to AJ backstage earlier today, he says he has to put that disappointment behind him, because he knows he has a tough task ahead of him to leave with the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. Of course, Styles, former WWE Champion, former United States Champion, former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, former TNA Champion, former X Division Champion. AJ Styles knows what it takes to win gold, and you've got to believe he is the favourite to leave Backlash with the Intercontinental Championship around his waist here tonight. But as I've said, it won't be an easy task. 6 men who know what it takes to win gold. 6 of the top performers here on Raw. It's why they were put into these qualifying matches to determine the first World and Intercontinental Championship, because the Authority know these men have what it takes to hold gold and to carry gold. And we are underway. Mike Kanellis, oh my god, that is a miracle. Mike Kanellis performed a miracle. I was just saying how AJ Styles has got to be the favourite, and AJ Styles is eliminated early on. And speaking of shocking eliminations, Sami Zayn eliminated early by EC3. 2 big eliminations. I was literally saying how AJ Styles has got to be the favourite, and he's the first man out less than a minute by the miracle. Mike Kanellis with a miracle, I should say. And then EC3 able to eliminate Sami Zayn. We are down to 4. EC3 all through to Mike Kanellis and Jeff Hardy. Is all through dancing his way now. EC3 sent into the corner by Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy following him in, looking to try eliminate EC3 here. Is Jeff Hardy working over EC3 in the corner with those punches, the shots to the gut. R-Truth and Kanellis now going at it. And Mike Kanellis with his second elimination, eliminating R-Truth. Mike Kanellis probably the underdog going in. but he's already eliminated AJ Styles and R-Truth. Of course, Sami Zayn eliminated by EC3. We are down to our final three. One of these three men will be your Intercontinental Champion by the end of this matchup. Will it be EC3? Will it be Kanellis? Or will it be Jeff Hardy? And you got to admire EC3's strategy, just staying away from Jeff Hardy and Mike Kanellis. But Jeff Hardy come to put a stop to that, but EC3 able to counter him, sending him off the ropes, over the ropes. And now Kanellis and EC3 working to get rid of Jeff Hardy, but turning their attentions on each other. As EC3 going back to work on the Charismatic Enigma, sending him over the top rope. And now trying to work him, trying to punch him, but Jeff able to fight off EC3. Jeff has EC3 over the top rope. EC3 trying to skin the cap, but Jeff Hardy eliminates EC3. We are down to final two. Mike Kanellis and the Charismatic Enigma, Jeff Hardy. One of these two men will be your Intercontinental Champion. And Mike Kanellis going to work, choking Jeff Hardy. As Kanellis picks up Hardy. And what a performance this has been by Mike Kanellis. Eliminating AJ Styles in a matter of seconds. What an upset that was. Also eliminating R-Truth. And now it's down to him and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy getting an elimination on EC3. And EC3 of course eliminating Sami Zayn. I still cannot get over Mike Kanellis eliminating AJ Styles in a matter of what? AJ must have lasted 10 seconds. And with the disappointment of AJ losing to Drew on Raw, you gotta believe he's even more disappointed in his performance here tonight, not lasting very long. But as Mike Kanellis is trying to fight out, Jeff Hardy trying to eliminate Kanellis. Kanellis able to slip out the back. Can Mike do it? As he catches Jeff with the big boot and follows it up with the elbow. What has Mike Kanellis got planned? Going to work, raking the eyes of the Charismatic Enigma. Is Mike Kanellis, and Kanellis in control. Kanellis now working over the back of Jeff Hardy. Now just talking trash, stomping away at the midsection. And a big super kick by Mike Kanellis. Jeff Andrade taking down Mike. But Mike able to take down Jeff Hardy with a maneuver of his own. As once again sending Jeff Hardy down to the mat is Kanellis. Kanellis dragging him towards the center of the ring. Now just talking trash to him once again. Trying to get into the head of Jeff Hardy. Kanellis picks up Hardy. Has him on the shoulders. And dropping him now with the punch. Kanellis drop kick misses. Jeff Hardy twist of fate. Kanellis in trouble. Jeff picking him up, has to get him off the top rope. Kanellis up, leaning him on the rope. Jeff drags him back. And Jeff Hurricane sends Mike Kanellis off the top rope, and Jeff Hardy is your new Intercontinental Champion. But what a performance by Mike Kanellis. As we look back at some of the highlights, that super kick and the twist of fate. I still cannot get over it, though, the shocking elimination of AJ Styles by Mike Kanellis early on. As we see Jeff Hardy able to Hurricane Rana Kanellis over the top rope. And Jeff Hardy will leave Backlash with the Intercontinental Championship around his waist. And you gotta wonder who will be the first challenger to step up and face the Charismatic Enigma. And coming up next on Backlash, it is one of the most personal feuds here on Raw, as the man Becky Lynch faces off against Sasha Banks. Becky making her way to the ring. Of course, this feud coming about after the first episode of Raw. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks both involved in the Fatal 4-Way, which featured Charlotte Flair and Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky had Bayley trapped in the disarmer. The referee's attention was focused on the submission, making sure Bayley was not going to tap out to the disarmer. In the meanwhile, Sasha Banks hit Charlotte Flair with the bankrupt and went for the cover. The referee had his attention turned to Becky and the disarmer before Bayley was able to escape, which allowed the ref to turn his focus to the pinfall, which Sasha picked up at 2. But before the ref turned around, Sasha had Charlotte Flair pinned for at least a 10 count, and Sasha Banks feels like she was robbed of the Raw Women's title because of Becky Lynch. And then of course the next week on Raw, Sasha Banks attacked Becky Lynch's opponent Dana Brooke before their matchup, and Sasha replaced Dana in that matchup before being defeated by Becky Lynch in that match. And then of course this week on Raw, tag team action. Sasha Banks teaming with her close friend Bayley against the team of Becky Lynch and the woman who will challenge Bayley for the Raw Women's title later on tonight in Mickie James. And of course Sasha Banks able to pick up the pin on Becky. So these two have picked up one fall over each other in the build up to this. Who will leave Backlash with the decisive fall? Will it be the man, or will it be boss time? And the universe here chanting for Becky Lynch. They are behind the man here in Vegas as the referee rings the bell and we are underway. Collar and elbow tie up. Becky using her strength to force Sasha back into the corner. Referee in for the break. Will we get a clean break? Yes, we will. And now once again locking up. Becky into the side headlock. Sasha pushing Becky off the ropes, forcing her off and catching her, setting her down to the mat. Now the kick across the back as Sasha picks up Becky and goes for that Hurricane Rana, sending the man down. A big drop kick to the back by Sasha Banks. Sasha goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. Becky Lynch able to kick out as a big forearm knocks the man down to the mat. Big hairpole slam. Sasha in control of Becky Lynch. Goes for the kick to the midsection. Shining Wizard by Sasha Banks. Rolling Becky over. Going for the surfboard. Is she able to lock it in? Deciding not to go pull her back, but instead work over the legs. Now another kick to the midsection and another Shining Wizard by Sasha Banks. Becky forcing herself back to her feet with the ropes. Is now Sasha using the ropes to her advantage, just catapulting Becky neck first across the bottom rope. Now goes for the cover. Still only a 1 count. It's going to take a lot more to keep the man down. As Becky turns the tide with the elbow and now the forearm. Now just working over the head and neck of Sasha Banks is Becky Lynch. Was Becky got planned Irish whip across, send her across the ring, missing with the grapple. Becky able to catch her this time with the punch. Now working over the back with the forearm to the back. Send her head first into the corner. DDT plants Sasha Banks. Becky Lynch in control. May have spoke too soon and Sasha Banks able to get the arm drag. Now that twisting, spinning neck breaker, and Sasha Banks is feeling like getting the universe behind her here in Vegas. Now working over with those kicks. Big catapult to the bottom rope once again by Sasha Banks. Goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. Sasha going back to work over Becky. And once again with the neck breaker. And Becky wisely rolling out of the ring onto the apron, creating that distance between her and Sasha Banks, and it was effective as allowed her the space to turn the tide with that punch. And once again punching Sasha Banks is Becky, but Sasha able to turn the tide with the with the Irish whip and following it up with the clothesline. Now Sasha just going to work on the arm of Becky Lynch. Just stretching her and then stomp across the arm. Sasha has her caught. Bankrupt. The move Sasha Banks believed should have won her the Raw Women's title if it wasn't for Becky Lynch. 1, 2, but Becky kicks out. Now Sasha picks up Becky and now hits the Hurricane Runner, sending the man down. And Sasha going to work a drop kick to the back of the head. What she got planned now for the man picking her up. And Becky able to avoid super kick to the midsection, Irish whipping Sasha into the corner. Sasha catching the kick though, hits Becky with the knee. And now the backstabber into the bank statement, but Becky wisely able to get her foot on the bottom rope. And once again the Hurricane Runner by Sasha Banks. Going for the cover here. 1, 2, 3. And Sasha Banks picks up the victory over Becky Lynch in a very competitive matchup here at Backlash. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights in this one. As we see Sasha Banks pulling the man towards the centre of the ring for a near fall. Once again, the great ring positioning by Sasha. Pulling Becky away for another close fall. And once again, all the highlights are just Sasha Banks' great ring awareness. And here we see the bankrupt almost putting Becky away. A lot of highlights are just of how close Sasha Banks came to put Becky Lynch away in this one. And here is your winner, Sasha Banks, proving that it is boss time here at Backlash. And you gotta believe Sasha could be in line for a future women's title shot. And now continuing on with Backlash, we have two men making their debuts. Two men who were annoyed at not being involved in the qualifying matches for the title matches here tonight. So they went and voiced their complaints to the Authority, who then made this #1 contenders match. Whoever wins here tonight in their debut match will receive a future title shot. And I don't know whether it's a future world title shot, future Intercontinental title shot. All I know is it's a future title shot. It hasn't been specific. It hasn't been stated which title it will be. Maybe it's winner's choice, but one of the men who will be guaranteed a future title shot if he wins here tonight is the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. It's the first time, of course, we have seen Pete Dunne here, and you gotta believe the Bruiserweight is ready for a fight as always, and especially with what is at stake, a future guaranteed title shot. The Bruiserweight looks focused to bring his opponent to their bitter end, but it will not be easy because he's going up against the gold standard Shelton Benjamin.
And his opponent from Orangeburg, South Carolina,
Shelton Benjamin
weighing in at
believes there ain't no stopping him now. I wish that team was in the game because it is a banger. But Shelton Benjamin looks ready, he looks focused. He's always felt that he's been overlooked, that he's never been given the title shots he deserves, and he feels it even more that he was left out. He wasn't even given a chance to earn his title shot at Backlash, which is why Shelton he complained to the Authority, and that's why he is in this #1 contenders singles matchup here tonight. So who will it be receiving the future title shot? Will it be the gold standard Shelton Benjamin, or will it be the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne? Pete Dunne looks ready, Shelton is ready, let's ring the bell. Let's get this match up underway. The bell has rung. And Shelton taking control early with that backbreaker, sending Pete Dunne spine first across the knee of Shelton. And Shelton now. Butterfly. Oh, butterfly just gutbuster. Beautiful maneuver there by Shelton. Now Shelton dropping him down, and I was speaking with Shelton Benjamin backstage, and he feels like he has waited long enough. It is his time. He's been overlooked for way too long, and he believes that tonight is the beginning of the gold standard era here on Raw. Because once he becomes #1 contender, he says he will not let this opportunity slip. As Pete Dunne in control. And Shelton can have all the confidence in the world, but Pete Dunne, one of the best in the world, as he's shown there with that big suplex. It's going to take a lot more than confidence to beat the Bruiserweight. As we see Pete Dunne working the arm of Shelton Benjamin, going to work, and that is the type of giant manipulation the Bruiserweight is known for. And once again, just working over the arm of Shelton, just kicking him viciously, hammerlocking him. Going to work and going for the fingers is Pete Dunne. And now Pete picking up Benjamin. Goes for the kick though. Shelton able to catches him with a clothesline. And dropping the knee across the face of Pete Dunne is Shelton Benjamin. Shelton picking up Pete. An Irish whipping Dunne across off the ropes. And picking him up, just sending him back down. Shelton Benjamin's feeling it. He's saying it's his time. It is time for the gold standard to reach the top of the mountain. As now snapmare by Shelton, and just going to the eyes of Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne though catches Benjamin with that vicious forearm kick to the midsection, picking him up, powerbomb. Opting not to go for the cover, instead to continue the assault, but misses with the kick across the back. And Shelton just going to work with forearms across the back of Pete Dunne, and a big Sayo suplex by Shelton Benjamin. Shelton is fired up, but Pete able to fight off and hits a bicycle kick. Pete's elbow reversed. Shelton headlock, snapmare takedown, goes for the chin lock. And now just working over working over Pete Dunne is Shelton Benjamin. And Shelton just working over Pete. And Shelton once again dropping that knee across Pete Dunne's chest. And a big head kick by Shelton Benjamin. And now going to the knee DT. Shelton catches Pete with the knee, goes for the cover. Pete Dunne might be in trouble here. Only a 1 count. I thought Shelton Benjamin might have had it there. Maybe that's why Pete Dunne's kicking out early, because he knows he could not afford to let Shelton know he's close to being beat. And Pete with a big forearm, turning the momentum, going to work on the arm again is Pete Dunne. Now it's Pete in control. Pete picking up Shelton. Big enziguri by the Bruiserweight. And Pete Dunne looking to inflict some British strong style on Shelton, as he's now using the ropes to his advantage. Now going back to the arm, biting the arm of Shelton Benjamin is Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne will do anything it takes to win. He'll work over every type of giant it takes. He will do everything it takes to win. And Shelton Benjamin finding that out the hard way. Shelton though just kicking Pete Dunne in the head. Now dropping the elbow. Big reversal by Pete Dunne. Goes for the boot to the midsection. Picking him up. X-Plex by Pete Dunne. One of Pete Dunne's signature maneuvers. That could be it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. 3, and Pete Dunne picks up the hard-fought victory over Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin put on a great performance here tonight, but understandably will be disappointed with the result. But Pete Dunne will receive a future title shot of his choosing, I believe, down the line. You gotta wonder, whoever wins the main event tonight will have Pete Dunne down their line, and Shelton Benjamin is not happy. And up next on Backlash, oh, this must be it. This must be the tag team title match, because we knew the Undisputed Era, after Kyle O'Reilly's victory over Eric on Raw, would face a mystery team. Yes, Greg Hamilton just confirmed this is the tag team title match. So Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the OG, the OC, the club, the Good Brothers, the Big LG and the Machine Gun, is the mystery team. They're challenging Fish and O'Reilly for the tag team titles. And I do believe Greg Hamilton said this is Extreme Rules match, which is the first I'm hearing. And I can now confirm, I'm getting word in my earpiece that the Authority have said yes, this is an Extreme Rules match. So it will be Fish and O'Reilly defending the tag team titles here tonight against Machine Gun Carl Anderson and the Big LG Luke Gallows in an Extreme Rules match. And here comes the champions, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the World's Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, Red Dragon. And this is the first of 4 title matches, or first of 3, title matches for the 4 members in the Undisputed Era. Of course, later on tonight, Roderick Strong will challenge Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title, and Adam Cole will challenge 5 other men in that 6-pack challenge for the World Heavyweight title. So the Undisputed Era could leave here tonight with all members with gold around their waist. But first, Fish and O'Reilly have a tough task, as not only do they have the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, in front of them, they have it's an Extreme Rules match, and you gotta believe the Extreme Rules stipulation favours the challengers in this one. And of course, O'Reilly and Fish only found out what their opponents were, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, when they walked out. And they found out this was an Extreme Rules match the same time we did. As we see the tag team titles there, this is what is on the line. And let's go over to Greg Hamilton for the ring introductions. Or I guess not. And we see the tag team titles there held up by the ref. You gotta believe the Extreme Rules stipulation and the fact that Fish and O'Reilly did not know who their challengers were favours the challengers here tonight. But the Undisputed Era are your tag team champions for a reason. They will not back down from a fight. And you gotta wonder, will this stipulation means interference can be legal, but will Cole and Strong interfere, or will they be too busy getting prepared for their title matches later on tonight? As Machine Gun with the big back suplex on Kyle O'Reilly inside the ring, Gallows with the Russian leg sweep on the outside. This is the Undisputed Era's first title reigns, as Carl Anderson with the Rikishi driver inside the ring. Of course, beating the Viking Raiders on Raw, on Raw in the first episode, the Undisputed Era to gain the tag team titles. And then of course this past week, O'Reilly beating Eric in one-on-one action, which meant the Viking Raiders were not the #1 contenders, but instead a mystery team would challenge for the tag team titles, and that we now know that team was Gallows and Anderson, as Gallows goes to work on Bobby Fish. And now Kyle O'Reilly in trouble. Billy Goat's curse by Carl Anderson. Will Kyle O'Reilly tap? Bobby Fish can't break it up because Luke Gallows has him in trouble. And now just backbreaker by Carl Anderson. But now remember, this is under Tornado rules because it is Extreme Rules. Weapons are legal, no disqualifications, no countouts. Which is why I feel like this stipulation favours the challengers, because O'Reilly and Fish are more of a technical wrestlers, whereas Machine Gun and Gallows are not afraid to brawl. What is Bobby Fish doing on the outside? Bobby Fish seems to be stuck, which is bad news for Kyle O'Reilly, because Gallows and Anderson, not Bobby Fish, are able to work over double team O'Reilly. And you see Luke Gallows sees Bobby Fish and just goes over and delivers a big boot as inside the ring Carl Anderson with the Rikishi driver. I don't know if that's the proper name, it's just what I always refer to that move as, because every time I see it I think of Rikishi. As Anderson with the snap mirror, and on the outside Fish sent head first into the ring post. Kyle O'Reilly in trouble as he's just sent neck first across the ropes. Fish has Gallows done, sending him down. And what is Bobby Fish going for? We are finally getting some weapons introduced into this one, and it's Bobby Fish bringing in the sledgehammer. Kyle O'Reilly smartly rolling out of the ring, but not smart if your name is Bobby Fish, because he just got caught with a Dead Valley driver by Carl Anderson. He's alone in the ring by himself, kicking out at one. Kyle O'Reilly was nowhere to be seen to break that up. He's still out on the outside, but Fish able to turn things around, kicks on the big legs of Luke Gallows. And now Fish going after Carl Anderson. Kyle O'Reilly back in. The Undisputed Era able to turn things around. Axe and smash combination by Kyle O'Reilly. And O'Reilly has the sledgehammer going after Luke Gallows. Machine Gun dropkick to the back of Bobby Fish's head. Now Machine Gun missing with the dropkick on O'Reilly. What is O'Reilly doing? He shoots. He gets him down with those open palm strikes. Now Gallows getting caught with the forearm, but just throws Kyle O'Reilly across the ring. And now Gallows with the big fall away slam. Bobby Fish once again looking under the ring, grabbing a steel chair this time. I thought this stipulation would favour the challengers, but the weapons have been introduced. Both the sledgehammer and the steel chair brought in by Bobby Fish and used by the Undisputed Era. And it's been Gallows and Anderson who've been doing things without weapons, as Gallows just hits O'Reilly with the big pump handle slam. But Machine Gun now. Gun stun! Gun stun by the Machine Gun. 1, 2, 3. And we have new Raw Tag Team Champions. The Undisputed Era have failed to retain them in the first defense because they could not prepare for the Gallows and Anderson. They did not know their opponents would be Gallows and Anderson. They did not know would be under Extreme Rules. But Gallows and Anderson leaving Backlash as your Raw Tag Team Champions. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just too sweet. As we take a look at your new Tag Team Champions here at Backlash.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. and is for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
And the Cruiserweight title on the line in this one, as Greg Hamilton just said. And entering first is the challenger, representing the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong. And we've just seen Roderick's Undisputed Era stablemates Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish lose the Raw Tag Team titles to Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in the previous matchup. So the prophecy of the Undisputed Era with all four men leaving Backlash with gold around their waist will not be coming true. But Roderick Strong still has the chance to leave with the Cruiserweight title, so hopefully for Roderick he's able to get the job done. Because what seemed like it could be a successful night for the Era could soon turn into a nightmare. Because instead of every member holding a gold, we could see no member holding gold. Of course, Roderick Strong still could leave with the Cruiserweight title. And of course, the main event, Adam Cole could still walk out with the World's Heavyweight title. So it's not over yet for the Undisputed Era. But things have not got off to a great start. Of course, Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander already holds a clean pinfall victory over Roderick Strong, which happened 2 weeks ago on Raw. And Roddy even tried to play every trick in the book. He tried to have his Undisputed Era teammates interfere, but Cedric was able to outsmart Roderick Strong and pick up the win. But Strong was not happy, and him and Adam Cole attacked Cedric Alexander backstage on Raw last week. And of course, Rey Mysterio did make the save for Cedric. So Cedric defending his title here tonight against Roddy. He already has non-title action, a non-title win over the challenger. So Cedric knows he has what it takes, and he's looking to repeat that here tonight. Of course, this one is the Battle of the Backbreakers, the Lumbar Trek versus the End of Heartache. The Messiah of the Backbreaker, Roderick Strong, and the Cruiserweight Champion, Cedric Alexander. As we see, this is what it's for. That's the belt both men fighting for Raw Cruiserweight Championship. As we go to Greg Hamilton.
Introducing the challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 200 pounds, Roderick Strong. And introducing the champion from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds. He is the WWE Cruiserweight Cedric Alexander.
As we see Cedric looking at the Cruiserweight title, putting it back on his shoulder, maybe for the last time, as he gets ready to hand it over to the referee. Now he's going to take it over, show it to the challenger, showing the challenger what he has fighting for, raising it up in the air for the universe here in attendance to get a good look. Now Roderick Strong is ready, Cedric is ready, and we are underway in this Cruiserweight title matchup. Roderick going straight to him with that powerbomb into the double underhook Tiger Driver. Strong taking it to Cedric early on with another Tiger Driver. Roderick Strong not wasting any time, taking it to Cedric Alexander. Big dropkick by Strong. But Cedric able to fight him off. Cedric now in control with the headlock. Just picking him up with this stalling suplex is Cedric. Now the kick to the back of Strong. Collar and elbow, both men locking up. Strong pushing off Cedric and catches him with the drop kick. Goes for the kick with Cedric able to catch the foot and hits the dragon screw. And Cedric catching him with the Enziguri. Sending the challenger down, picking him up. Now is Alexander. Knee. And that lariat just knocking the head off of Strong. Strong started off strong, no pun intended. But Cedric, the champion, has been able to turn the momentum, turn the tide to his favour. And now catching him with the uppercut. A big elbow by Cedric Alexander. Big DDT by Cedric. And Cedric working over the arm of Strong. Just has him caught. Will he tap? Able to kick out. And now working over the back is Roddy. And his shaky little boots picking up Cedric with the elbows. A big spinning elbow off the rope. Clothesline by Strong. But gets caught with a big super kick by Cedric Alexander. And a big enziguri by Cedric, knocking Strong off his feet. Oh, missing. And gets caught with the chop, but replies with a forearm of his own. And a big twisting fisherman neck breaker by Cedric Alexander. Goes for the cover. One. Only a one count. Roderick Strong able to kick out, able to survive. Now Cedric looking to make Strong tap out. Will Strong be forced to tap out? No, he's able to turn it around. Kicks Cedric off him. But gets caught. And oh, air crash into a facebuster. Very unique move by Cedric. Cedric knee, spinning lariat. Now Alexander, the Cruiserweight champion, looking to fly, calling Strong to his feet. What has Alexander got planned here? Springboard clothesline. And Cedric going for the cover. Could that be it? 1, 2, 3. And Cedric Alexander with that springboard clothesline is able to put away Roderick Strong, and the Undisputed Era's nightmare continues. As Adam Cole is the only man left with the chance to leave here with a title after Roderick Strong has failed to beat Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title. As we look back at some of the great Cruiserweight action in this one.
Here is your winner, and still the
Cedric Alexander successfully retains his Cruiserweight title here tonight. You gotta believe that's a strong message sent by the champion to the rest of the Raw Cruiserweight division.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
And we continue on here at Backlash with Women's Championship action, as here comes the challenger, Mickie James. Mickie James was disappointed at being left out of the fill for it to crown the inaugural Women's Champion, and after everything Mickie James has done for this business, she felt disrespected that someone like Bayley was given the shot before her. So she called out the champion, which is what led to this matchup. Of course, as I mentioned earlier on tonight, Mickie James was on the losing team this Monday on Raw, as her and Becky Lynch were defeated by Bayley and Sasha Banks, but that was tag team action. Mickie James is looking to leave Backlash as the Raw Women's Champion. Of course, Mickie James has defeated the likes of Trish Stratus for the title before. She's also faced off against legends like Gail Kim and Lita. So she has what it takes to be a champion. But first, she has to go through the current Raw Women's Champion. It's Bayley. And here comes Bayley, the fan favourite, the hugger, with that Raw Women's title wrapped firmly around her waist. And of course, as always, Bayley has the wacky inflatable Bayley buddies. I forgot what they're called for a second. But here comes Bayley, the hugger, the champion. And she's looking to successfully defend the title for the first time here at Backlash against Mickie James. Of course, I mentioned the caliber of opponents Mickie James has beaten before, so it will not be easy for Bayley here tonight. But with the WWE Universe behind her, Bayley has everything it takes to beat Mickie James and retain the title here tonight. Of course, it could easily go the other way. So here's Greg Hamilton with the ring introductions. After we take a look at this graphic for the women's title match. And here is Greg Hamilton.
Challenger from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James. And introducing the champion from San Jose, California. She is the WWE Women's Champion,
As we here get a look at Bayley with the championship on her shoulder, possibly for the last time. Well, not on her shoulder, it's floating like above her. No, this game is broken for stuff like that. As the referee showing Mickie James what is on offer in this matchup, raising it up above his head, letting everyone know this is the belt it's for. The challenger Mickie James is ready. Bayley, of course, is ready. And we're underway. And Mickie James starting off with a flapjack, taking Bayley down off her feet early on. Working off the arm. Neck breaker by Mickie James. Now James with the elbow to Bayley, sending her off the ropes. Irish whip, catches her with the elbow. Mickie James has been in control early on, using her experience. Bayley showing why she is the champion, able to get out of the way of that dropkick, and now taking down Mickie James. Goes for a curl early on. That's not going to do much damage. She knew she wasn't going to beat Mickie James off that, but forcing her to kick out, forcing Mickie James to use unnecessary energy. Now snapmare by Bayley, elbow across the head of the challenger Mickie James. Bayley picking up James now. Snapmare once again, this time with the boot across the spine of the challenger. And Bayley going to fly with a big senton. Not to Mickie, goes for the cover one. Only a one count still, but forcing Mickie James to kick her out, forcing her to use energy. Mickie missing with that dropkick. Now Bayley back in control with the big slam. More of a Michinoku driver. And now has the headlock, but Mickie scouting the opponent and able to get out. A big jawbreaker by Mickie James. Now it's takedown by Bayley. Bayley flooring Mickie James with that vicious punch. Now goes after the head. And a big takedown. Mickie James keeping up. Big neck breaker. And Mickie missing with that kick as Bayley goes after her, picking her up. Big backbreaker, just dropping her across the knee. Now Bayley going for the cover. Again, only a one count, but again forcing Mickie James to use her energy to kick out. once again just dropping her spine first onto the knee. Really working over that lower back. As Bayley with the butterfly suplex onto Mickie James. Bayley picking her up once again. Irish whipping her into the corner. And a chop by Bayley sends Mickie James down. And this time again, Bayley dragging her across the ring, sending her over the top rope. Now just taunting the challenger before coming out after her. Remember, title cannot change hands by count out. As Bayley sends the challenger back in. And a big back body drop by Bayley. Now just working over the back again of Mickie James. Mickie able to reverse momentum. Irish whip sends Bayley onto the apron. As Mickie now sends her down. And Risley going back out after the champion because she knows she has to beat her inside the ring. Bayley able to push off Mickie James and sends her into the ring apron. Referee up to a 3 count. They have till the count to 10 to get back in the ring as Mickie James uses the ring steps to her advantage. Now once again just sending Bayley flying across the floor. Mickie James in at the count of 6 to break up the count. Referee's count goes back to 1. Again, smart by the challenger. She knows she cannot win on the outside, so she's breaking up the count when she gets the chance, and then back out to punish Bayley, punish the champion, wear her down on the outside. Now once again using the ring steps to her advantage. She's not picking them up to use as a weapon. She's just using her environment to her advantage, so it's not a disqualification. Leg sweep on the outside. Mickie James needs to get Bayley back into the ring. Referee up to a count of 8. As Mickie once again sends her into the steps. We are at a count of 9. Mickie James is counted out. Double draw. Neither woman able to break the referee's count. Mickie James too concerned with working over Bayley on the outside to listen to the referee's count. So what will happen next in this rivalry? I guess we'll find out tomorrow on Raw. And it is main event time here at Backlash. 6-pack challenge for the World Heavyweight Champion. As Adam Cole, baby, the first man to make his way to the ring. Adam Cole, baby. I couldn't resist. How could you? And you gotta believe the leader of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, is not happy. It's been a nightmare night. What could have been a dream night, a dream scenario with all 4 members leaving with gold. Fish and O'Reilly could have left still tag team champions. Roderick Strong could have left with cruiserweight gold, and of course Adam Cole has the chance to leave still with World Heavyweight title gold, so it still could work out for the leader of the era. But for the other members, it has been a nightmare night. Of course, Fish and O'Reilly losing their tag team titles to Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in that Extreme Rules tag team match. Of course, Gallows and Anderson were a mystery team, so the Undisputed Era could not prepare for them. But Roderick Strong failing to capture the Cruiserweight title against Cedric Alexander. So it is up to this man, Adam Cole, baby, to save the night for the Undisputed Era and leave here with a little bit of gold, a little bit of hardware, probably the main title here, the World Heavyweight title. But he has these 6 top challengers on Raw, and one of those men is this man, the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Of course, Drew beating AJ Styles this past Monday on Raw to qualify for this matchup. And speaking of AJ Styles, I still cannot get over that shock elimination. How fast was it when Mike Kanellis eliminated AJ Styles in her opener here tonight? as Drew McIntyre makes his way to the ring. It's hard to call a favourite in this match as there's 6 of the top wrestlers in the world going at it here tonight, and all have earned their spot here tonight by beating 6 top contenders. But you gotta believe someone the size of Drew McIntyre, with the talent he has, the charisma he has the skill set to leave Backlash with the World Heavyweight title around his waist. But speaking of someone who has everything it takes to leave Backlash with the gold, it is none other than this man, Cesaro. Swiss Superman has all the tools it takes to become a champion here in the WWE, and he's looking at Backlash as his crowning moment. Of course, Cesaro defeated Jeff Hardy by a countout to qualify for this match, and Jeff Hardy won the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royale earlier tonight as the Swiss Superman looks ready for his opportunity at the World Heavyweight title. And speaking of Cesaro and Jeff Hardy, of course, after their match this week on Raw, Kevin Owens appeared out of nowhere and was confronted by his rival, his friend, whatever they are. Sometimes they're friends, like 2 weeks ago after the qualifier they shook hands, and sometimes they're enemies, like they were on Monday when after Cesaro lost to Jeff Hardy in non-qualifying match, in just a matchup. It wasn't to qualify for the Backlash main event. Cesaro had already qualified. Kevin Owens appeared out of nowhere and then was confronted by Sami Zayn. And you gotta wonder, can Kevin Owens put that rivalry or that friendship, whatever it is, with Sami Zayn behind him and focus on the 5 men that stand between him and the World Heavyweight Championship here tonight, as he's focused just looking down the ramp, waiting for the other competitors in this matchup to make their way to the ring. And this man here is my favourite, my pick to leave Backlash as your World Heavyweight Champion. It is none other than the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet. He's won everything there is in Japan. He came over to the WWE. He's won the NXT title. He's won the Intercontinental Championship. He's won the United States Championship. He won the Royal Rumble. And now, under this new era here on Raw, this is his beginning, his chance to finally win the big one here and become World Heavyweight Champion. And I believe the King of Strong Style, this will be his crowning moment. Because Nakamura Ichibana, the King of Strong Style, looking to win the World Heavyweight title here tonight. Nakamura defeating EC3 Monday to qualify for this matchup, taking his spot on the final entrant into the 6-pack challenge is the first man to qualify, none other than the Sicilian psychopath, Tommaso Ciampa. And Ciampa wants to leave here with that big gold belt, Goldie as he likes to call it. And I'd hate to be one of the 5 competitors standing in front of Ciampa and Goldie, because Ciampa will do whatever it takes to get what he believes is rightfully his, so he can have his own fairy tale ending. And as his theme song goes, no one will survive. And you've got to believe that is Ciampa's mindset going into this one. Anyone who gets in his way will not survive. Ciampa looks focused, looks ready. He's not pandering to the crowd, he's just making his way to the ring, making it at his own pace. Just looking down at all the competitors in this matchup, standing in front of him, waiting to get a piece of him. Ciampa looks ready to take home what he believes is his. This is first fall to a finish. First man to pick up a pinfall or a submission leaves with the gold, with the World Heavyweight title, leaves with the big gold. We are underway. The bell has rung. And now Cole and Cesaro are going at it. Ciampa and Owens and Nakamura and Drew McIntyre. Drew sent out of the ring by Nakamura as Kevin Owens gets hit with the facebuster by Tommaso Ciampa. And Nakamura going out now after Drew. Ciampa once again with the facebuster on Owens. Cesaro able to get out of the hammerlock by Adam Cole and sends him over the top with the clothesline. And Ciampa going for the submission, going for the guillotine. But Owens able to get out. Drew and Cesaro were there to break it up if needed. A big small drop there by Kevin Owens to Tommaso Ciampa. It's Ciampa and Owens left alone in the ring. Cesaro and Cole going at it on the outside. Nakamura and Drew also on the outside going at it as Drew McIntyre just sent Shinsuke into the steel steps. And on the other side of the ring, Adam Cole getting hit with a big suplex by Cesaro inside the ring. Ciampa turns the tide on Owens. Owens with elbows though, fighting back, fighting off Tommaso Ciampa. Now all six men back in the ring as Owens looks for the crossface, but Ciampa able to reach the ropes. As Cesaro has Cole, just that double underhook, stalling him for driving him down. That stalling butterfly suplex by Cesaro. And this time now, Adam Cole trying to roll one up, trying to steal it, only a 1 count. On the outside now, Ciampa getting sent into the steel steps by Kevin Owens. Cesaro wisely rolling out of the ring. Nakamura getting sent out. Now all six men outside the ring. And Nakamura just picking up Drew McIntyre and powerbomb on the floor on the outside of the ring, trying to wear down the Scottish Psychopath. Ciampa just once again using the steps, sending Owens into it, and Adam Cole right in front of me getting knocked onto the announce table. Now Ciampa wisely getting back into the ring. Folks, this match can only end in the ring. He's calling someone in. Cesaro and Cole both answering with the double leg sweep. Now big German by Tommaso Ciampa onto Cesaro, but gets caught by Adam Cole, who just drives him down. Drew using the steps to his advantage on the outside, send Nakamura in. Cesaro and Owens in the ring. Cesaro sent out of the ring by Owens as Nakamura gets sent in. Now it's Nakamura and Owens. Owens just using the mat, sending Nakamura head first into the ring mat. Nakamura with the snapmare. Big German by Cesaro onto Owens. And Owens wisely rolling out of the ring. Now Nakamura, Irish whip. Cesaro gets caught with the big uppercut. Now Ciampa back in the ring. Goes after Kevin Owens with the hammerlock. Hammerlock suplex by Ciampa onto Owens. STO by Nakamura onto Cesaro. Cole and Drew still going at it on the outside. Knee by Ciampa to Nakamura and a big face buster Cesaro now goes after Ciampa. Cole and Drew back in the ring. Cesaro just with the airplane spin on Tommaso Ciampa. Sending him down to the mat. Goes for the cover. 1 count, and Ciampa kicks out at 1. Now big suplex by Adam Cole, sending Cesaro down, and goes for the cover. Cesaro able to get his foot on the rope. You gotta believe Pete Dunne keeping a close eye on this after beating Shelton Benjamin in a number 1 contenders match earlier on tonight. He's got his eye on whoever wins this. Cole goes for the super kick, caught by Cesaro. Gets caught with the belly. Nakamura getting chopped by Drew. And Drew with the getting caught with a big European uppercut by Cesaro. Goes for the cover, but Nakamura there to break up the count. That could have been it. Drew McIntyre could have been pinned by Cesaro there if it wasn't for Shinsuke Nakamura there to break up the count. Michinoku drive by Kevin Owens. Nakamura sending Cesaro down. Oh, Ciampa has Owens caught. Ciampa fairy tail ending. That could be it. Nakamura has the armbar locked in. Drew McIntyre there to break up both the armbar and the fairy tail ending pin attempt as Cesaro looks to neutralize Nakamura with the neutralizer. And smartly, Adam Cole getting back in the ring here. Oh, Cole misses the breakup. Cole got back in to break up the count, but misses the pin. Antonio Cesaro leaving Backlash as your World Heavyweight Champion as we take a look back at some of the highlights in this matchup. Action all over the place. Adam Cole almost putting away Cesaro. Big uppercut there by Cesaro onto Drew. And you see Cole missing up the pin attempt. It's been a bad night for the Undisputed Era, but it's been a great night for Cesaro. As the Swiss Superman is your new World Heavyweight Champion. That is all we have time for here at Backlash. Tune in tomorrow night for some Monday Night Raw.